that way, that makes it feel like
Well, the last show that I prepped was like free agency. So that's when the trade went down, Kuzma and Russ and all the other stuff. And that was probably around the last show that we did live. But we missed you guys, so we're back full force every Monday, 7 o'clock. We will be here, and we want you to be here as well. So make sure you share. Make sure if you're watching right now via Joe's YouTube, make sure you share it on your feed, tag your friends. If you're watching on the YouTube, that is at Academy Sports Show. You search us, you find the caricature of our faces, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button and trigger that bell.
man, the bell still works.
That way you get a notification every time we go live. I got my notification. Did you get yours?
Yeah, got it.
Let's get it. Make sure you like Academy Sports Show, man. We back on it. And we got a lot to talk about. We in week 2 of the NFL season. Last game tonight. I'm gonna let my brother break down the show, but I'm ready. I'm ready for tonight. I'm your host Andre Douglas. Sitting next to me, I gotta get this right again. Your host Joel Williams.
What up,
Figure
though?
it
What
out.
up, though? Look
Gotta
at the
figure it
people
out.
coming into the building, man. We welcome you. Welcome. Man, Dennis is in the building. Deuce is Dad 11 in the building. Produced by Petey. What's popping, man? It's
What's
been a
up,
few weeks.
man?
Dennis, what up, man? Salute
What's
to
up,
everybody.
man?
Man, it's good to see everybody in the building tonight, man. Welcome to the show, man. As you heard, we are back. And as you would say, we are live, baby.
We are
It's a
live.
Monday night in the D, and the temperature is about to drop this week. So it's a good day to be indoors to get ourselves ready for this weather change that is known to us as fall. And I've been tired of this 85-degree weather, to be honest with you. I'm ready for some regular football weather. But it's still good to be here, man. What's up, Pops in Cleveland? Representing. I'm already repping. Got it live. We here. We here. We got a lot to talk about tonight, man. We're not gonna waste your time. We're gonna dive right into it. As you heard the man say, man, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit the bell. Make sure you subscribe. Let us know what's up. Also, Facebook, if you're watching on Facebook, please share the feed. And believe it or not, me and Dre have our IGs up right now. Academy Sports Show is running. See, I like you, the slick. He's down there doing something. I got this alert talking about Academy Sports Show. So if you're in my live feed, man, I'm only here for a quick second just to pub it real quick, man. Y'all jump over to the live feed on Academy Sports Show on IG if you're watching it, or stick with us, man, right here on YouTube, man, where that's the main source of how we like to roll, and you can let us know what you think. We got a lot to talk about, man. We're going to dive right into it. NFL, week 2, baby. It is here. Your fantasy teams have been picked. Some of you, your fantasy season is already over. Because they say they say in real life, if you start 0-2, you only have an 11% chance of making the playoffs.
No, I didn't know that.
Yep, that's what they say. So in the real NFL, only an 11% chance to make the playoffs if you start 0-2. I, my friends, am about to start 0-2 unless Aaron Rodgers has an Aaron Rodgers-like night tonight against the Lions, which we know that's possible considering it is the Lions. So I'm hoping that they are the SOL tonight. But anyway, week 2 of the NFL, man, a lot of stuff has happened in these first couple of weeks. We've had Thursday night games that have been great. We've had Monday night games that have been great. We've had Sunday night games that have been great. So the league is off to a great start, man. Some teams are 0-2. Some teams are 1-1. Some teams are 2-0. And we had a couple of teams up tonight that are coming off of losses, trying to get their first win of the season in the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. We'll share our thoughts. We'll take a look at the divisions, talk about where people stand right now. What do we see most is happening, and where do we think things will go from here? Also, college football is back. It's just the most wonderful time of the year. College football is back, and as you know, many college football sports fans, if you love college football like we do, there's a lot to talk about in college football right now. Some of those powerhouses are not as powerful this year. It's a little interesting up at the top. Alabama still being Alabama. However, everybody else looks like there's a little bit of a chink in the armor. And, well, let me back up. Alabama looks like there's a little chink in the armor. Florida really gave it to them yesterday. So we'll share our thoughts on college football, run that top 25, take a look at where things are. And locally, Michigan and Michigan State in the top 25 together again. Are these two teams on the right trajectory, same trajectory, or are we buying or selling that stock? We will discuss that much, much more tonight on the Academy Sports Show Live. Perry said, "Where's the Lions at, bruh?"
You right. You right. You right. You right.
The bell is back.
You
It's
right.
back. It's functioning
You right.
already. Already.
I take that. I'll take that. You right.
Woo! Where's the
All right.
Lions at?
So, what's up, everybody? It's great to see you guys' faces in the chat. It's great to see. So, shout out to PD, man. He emailed us during the hiatus, talking about Aaron Rodgers stuff, and I told him we would get to it when the season started back up, and then we needed an extra body, so I hit him up about trying to hit the fantasy, but we was on 2 different time zones, I think, and so he missed a fantasy draft. So we got to remember him for next year. But he said he wanted to see what it was looking like. So I'm gonna go ahead and show him what it was looking like. And make sure around this time, make sure around fantasy time, y'all follow us, y'all hit us up, let us know if you want to be a part of the fantasy football family here. Go ahead and throw it up, bro.
Got you. We got
And
Dennis too. While you throwing this up, he watching this on the big screen, man.
ooh,
Shout out,
no,
Shout
big
out,
boy.
man.
Yeah, Dennis got me this week. So this was after week 1. You see your boy up there.
Zoom
You
that
know
in.
that's
Can you
it.
zoom that in at all?
You see, let's see. Zoom it in like how?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, don't worry about it.
Yeah, so you see how it is. You see how it is. But after this week, bro, it's the scoreboard let me be 1-1 this week. Dennis got me. He got me 125 to 150. He popped me. Can't do nothing about it. It is what it is. I'm be 1-1. Derrick Henry went off for me, but the rest of my team, bro, they didn't do nothing. They didn't do
Chubb had a
nothing.
good game.
Huh?
Chubb had a good game.
Yeah, but I mean, my receivers and everybody else, they didn't do nothing for me, bro. See, last week I won 169 to 117, lost 151. So they score points. It's just, bro. I mean, Robbie Anderson 6. Amari Cooper 5, Waller 11, Kittle 5, Saints D 5, 4.
Yeah.
I got a squad, bro. I like my squad. I like my team. Not a lot of depth, but I like my starters to take me to the playoffs. So that's the squad. And then let's see.
You don't have to show mine.
Yeah, I mean, he said he wanted to see everybody, right?
Is that what he said?
Believe land. Believe land. This is who Joel drafted.
We're off to a rough start.
He had to have Aaron Rodgers. He had to have A-Rod. A-Rod let you down week 1. Looking for a big game in week 2 against the Lions. Kamara, Carson, D-Hop, who's been balling, Claypool, Hooper, Jamar Chase, who's been having a great season so far.
It's a good rookie snag.
Oh, for sure. Here's the homer pick right there.
Ah.
You got to have Crosby. There's the bench. But, man, this is this year's fantasy. So next year, get into it. We love it. Let's see. Yes, sir. Looking for if 12 plays bad tonight and gets outplayed by golf, he points Shay. Pity said Chubb in here, bro. I paid for him.
He paid for him. I had Chubb last year. He paid for him.
We did an auction draft. You get who you want, bro. You gotta pay that. You gotta pay. So the money they give you, you just gotta, that's why my receivers is, a little lower. But I want my lineup that I wanted going into the draft was Kyler Murray, Henry, Chubb, Justin Jefferson. Those was the 4 guys that I really wanted. I only got 2 out of the 4 guys I wanted. So Sir, how do you snap that man? My team, I appreciate you, bro. What's up, Leo? What's up, cuz? You all right? Good to see you in the feed, man.
Leonardo.
People sleeping on Shepard. I snagged them up for my team. Yeah, Sterling
Yeah,
Shepard, man.
I got him on my team, but I don't trust the Giants. So
That's not a very trustworthy team. And then in the Academy Sports Show Instagram, make sure you follow us on Instagram. My girl said, Beard Boss 85, you need a Spartans hat. That'll never happen. That'll
never.
never happen.
Not on this show.
You'll never, ever, ever see me rock a
Not
Spartan.
on this show.
Not on this show. All right. I'm gonna send y'all a pic of my team in the pay league for sure, bro. So I'm gonna throw it up so we can rate it too. All right, so let's get this what the meme. You already know what it is.
What the
It's
meme?
what the meme. NFL edition. This is what we do. You know, I started doing some more on TikToks because I was getting the itch. I needed some competitive juices. So this is what the meme. Pick your offensive core to start a franchise. $12 to pick one from each position group. Quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end. Who's your starters? Can't go over $12. Most of you was $15. You see, this is $12. So in a $5 bracket, Mahomes, McCaffrey, Adams, Kelsey. $4 bracket, Murray, Kamara, Metcalf, Kittle. $3 bracket, Mayfield, Jacobs, Jefferson, Waller. $2 bracket, Herbert, Taylor, Ridley, and Andrews. $1 bracket, Lawrence, Harris, Smith, and Pitts. Now, this was made definitely before the season started. So some of these guys is balling that wasn't expected. Some of these guys ain't balling like we expected. So some of these fives and fours ain't balling like fives and fours. And some of these threes and twos is getting it in. So $12 to make your team.
Give me Mahomes. Give me Waller.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Give me. Give me Taylor.
Taylor. 8, 9, 10. You got $2.
Give me Smith.
And $1 left over.
And give me. All right. All right. Can I spend my last dollar?
You can get Ridley. You got $2. You either spend the two on Ridley or you keep one in your pocket with Smith.
I'm gonna get Smith for my other dollar.
You can't get both of them. Okay,
I can't get two off the dollar line?
One from each position group.
Oh, each position group.
Look at this.
Got you. My bad. Yep, reading is fundamental. All right, Mahomes.
5.
Jefferson.
8.
Andrews.
10.
Ugh.
God, you Ridley or Smith again. That's where you at.
No, because I took Andrews off that line. And I already got Jefferson at wide receiver, so I can't get with.
So you need a running back. So it's either Taylor or Harris.
I'll go with Taylor.
Okay.
There we go.
So you went Mahomes, Jefferson, Andrews, Taylor. Yeah, Mahomes, Jefferson, Andrews, Taylor. All right. Produced by said Murray, Kamara, Ridley, Andrews.
Okay. Nice.
Somebody's drinking the Kyler Murray Kool-Aid.
Yep. He looked good yesterday.
Somebody's drinking the Kyler Murray Kool-Aid. Justin Swift will play tonight. Will it matter? We'll get there.
I can tell who's excited about the game as a Lions fan out there in Vegas. Good for you, Dennis. It's gonna be an ugly one tonight.
9. Listen, I'm gonna go Murray at 4. I'm gonna go Murray at 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Murray at 4 just so I can get Kelsey at 5. So I'm going Murray Kelsey. That's 9. So I only got $3. So I'm gonna go Harris.
You need a wide receiver and a running back. Harris.
I'm gonna go Harris Ridley.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go Murray, Kelsey, Harris, Ridley.
All right, it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Petey said he's my starter. Fantasy purposes. Listen, fantasy will definitely have you rooting for people you ain't never expected to root for ever
Truth.
again in life. All right.
Perry said Herbert, Kelsey, Jefferson, Harris.
Herbert, Kelsey, Jefferson, Harris. Herbert?
Ooh,
Herbert?
yeah. Some people really like him. The young
Two,
gunslinger.
7, 10, 12. Yeah, I guess. I don't
He got a
know.
dollar. He got a dollar left over.
I don't know. Uh, I mean, if that's the case, why not get Baker?
Cause he ain't Herbert or Kelsey. Not
All right.
everybody feels how I feel about Baker.
Nobody does. All right. That was a quick what the
Herbert
name.
will be a top 5 quarterback in the next few years.
Yes, some of these guys, man, just to pick them out. I mean, Mahomes and Lamar had a great battle last night. That was a great game. I'm happy for Lamar to get that off his back to beat Patrick. And we were talking in a game. It was like, man, bro, Lamar cannot throw the ball. He can't throw the ball consistently, but what he can do is run that thing.
He can run that thing.
Just run it. Just run it. Like make yourself a threat and run the football and get the passes that you can get. Like those deep go balls, bro. He overthrows them all the time. Like it's always an overthrow. He's never going to be a precision passer, but you can run that thing. So go ahead and get in your bag and run it. After those 2 interceptions, most of the guys would have folded up and just called the game, but they fought back. And thanks to a great fumble from Clyde Edwards-Helaire, they got into that game and they won that game. So shout out.
Amazing what those fumbles will do to you.
Oh man, just stop the whole momentum of the team. Perry said he will be a top 5 QB in the next few years. Herbert,
Yep.
top 5? Herbert or Murray?
Herbert. You talking about Herbert?
No, I'm asking him. I'm asking Perry. Herbert or Murray? Who's gonna have a better career? Who do you
Ooh,
think? Who do you think will have a better career, Herbert or Murray?
I think it's Herbert.
Really?
Yep. Because I think Murray's gonna be. I think Murray's gonna is. It won't fizzle, but it'll plateau. I think Murray's gonna plateau. Herbert's got everything too. I mean, he's got the only thing Herbert doesn't have. Obviously, is there's that running ability. That Murray and Lamar they possess that nobody else possesses. But Herbert's got this stand in the pocket and just deliver. I think his statistics are just gonna be off the charts as long as he stays in a good system.
I don't know, bro. You don't think Murray is there though? I feel like Murray has all the tools. And I talk about overthrowing balls. This dude puts it right where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and I think they're still gonna lose in the playoffs. I don't even know if they'll make the playoffs.
San Diego, is it? Or
I think they're gonna make. I don't know. I think Herbert will inch him out. After he gets once he settles in this year, his second or third year is going to be the year he really blows up. Who's got a cannon?
Okay, well let this stand the test of time. I'm picking Kyler Murray.
Gotcha.
This will forever be in the archives of Academy Sports Show. And the Murray and Herbert 10 years from now, I'll be like, I can't believe I picked this.
Perry said at this point, does he need to be able to throw like the rest of the elite guys? Speaking of Lamar, does he need to throw like them?
Yes. Yes. If you want to win a Super Bowl, you got to make that throw. Like you can just be just a dude that's flashy and MVP level, but you want to win a chip, you got to make that throw.
Yeah, I think at some point, in order to beat, there's going to be teams that you have to beat by standing in the pocket and throwing the football, because we've seen teams, or at least for a second there, we saw a team. Speaking of the Tennessee Titans, kind of shut that down a little bit, enough to beat it. So the thing about being able to contain it enough to win games is going to be the thing, and I think he'll have to actually stand in the pocket and make a couple throws to win a game. So we'll see. but that's also the old thinking, right? I mean, that's traditional NFL. You usually believe that at some point, D coordinators are going to get enough film on it that they'll do something to contain it. You can't stop them, but can you contain them enough to beat them? And on top of that, we still don't know if the Ravens can really play from behind.
Mm,
Like last night, yes, but last night, if there's no turnover, momentum in that game maybe doesn't shift, and the Ravens get that rolling. So can
hmm
this team play from behind is always the question because if you get up on them and you can run the football, you can control the tempo, you can control the clock. It comes to a point where he does have to throw to beat you, and I don't know that we still don't know if that can happen.
Yeah, I would just say at the end of the day, you like as a quarterback, you want that in your bag. Like you just can't rely on your athleticism all the time. And I'm not saying that he's doing that. I feel like he is making great stretches or good stretches, but I don't think he'll ever be that guy because he keeps overthrowing the same route over and over again. Like you can get him all the great receivers that he's asking for. Like somebody will come play with him, but I don't think receivers really want to play with Lamar because I don't think he's really going to get them the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
Kirk
yeah,
Cousins
that's the
isn't a great
question.
receiver, but he making Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson eat because they getting the
Right.
ball.
I mean, that's the question you're asking: is will he ever be good enough to win a chip? And I think we're both saying the same thing. Not if, because I don't think. I mean, you just said it, and Perry just said it in his comment. Lamar will never be that. Very traditional NFL. It's hard to prepare for him from a defensive perspective. It is, but again, I think from an offensive perspective, if you get up on them, can he bring you back with his arm? Like, I think the formula to the Ravens is you got to be able to run the football.
Right.
If you can run the football against them, that means you're going to control the time of possession. If you get up a touchdown, if you get up two touchdowns on them, can they come back if you don't make any mistakes? If you play a clean game, do they
Right.
win that game last night if Kansas City plays a clean game?
Right.
I don't know. I don't. It's not. I'm not saying it's a detriment to the man. The dude's the dude's elite. He's elite. Let's not. I don't want to not call him elite. He's elite. But will he ever win a chip? To me, that's a tough sell.
I mean, he got all the confidence in the world. You know, he had that quote early on in training camp. You know, talk about after he wins his first championship, he's going to change his number. I was like, bro, like you got to get the first one first. Like
Right.
you, you got to go get that.
Yes, he did win an MVP. Now, and so he did win an MVP, and now this is going to sound like I'm diminishing it. He won an MVP because the man was new hotness.
Ooh,
He did something. He did something no other quarterback had ever done. Mike Vick did it, but he ain't do it like Lamar did. Lamar did like so. The goal is to win a Super Bowl.
mm-hmm.
Yes, the individual he will get individual awards. He actually might win another MVP. I could see that happening. I could see him winning another one.
Stats wise, yeah.
Yeah,
If they win enough games
heck yeah,
and his stats is crazy again, most
get
definitely.
another one. But question on the table: can he win a championship? Can this style of quarterback win a championship? This one, like standing, because Lamar is not going to stand in the pocket and throw it.
Right.
How they're even designed. So can they win a championship?
Yeah.
He has won an MVP and he'll probably win another one.
Yeah. He's a beast. He's definitely a stat killer. But like without the finesse ball, without the deep ball, like I mean, he threw in the triple coverage on that second pick to the Honey Badger. Like it Tyron Matthew was eating him alive in that first quarter. So like if you can't play chess with some of the best safeties in the league, you ain't winning the championship. This is I mean, it's plain and simple. Tom Brady is eating these cats alive. Kyler Murray just made a fadeaway 60-yard bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like he can make the throw. So I mean, that's how we pivoted into this conversation because I feel like Kyler can make all the throws, and he's elusive, and he's a gamer, and he got the one of the best receivers in football. So I feel like his leap would be there, but I don't think you guys weren't feeling me on that one. Where were we leave off? Petey
Well,
said short passes and scrambles. That's the bread and butter for sure. Uh, I gotta scroll down.
Petey said right now Murray is better, but age and height will automatically make the NFL paint Murray to be deteriorating later on in his career if he's not.
Mm.
Very true.
They gonna RG3 him?
Yep. Leonardo said Herbert's completion percentage is off the chart and as accurate as anyone. Petey said Tampa will not allow that running, and I'm a Ravens fan, so yeah, he better get a deep ball. Perry said, I think Lamar will never be that. Very traditional NFL. It's hard to prepare for him from a defensive perspective. I did read that. He does have to make some throws in tight games, but I think Roman does a good job of understanding who Lamar is as a player. I think we're agreeing with you. He's won an MVP. He says we're diminishing L. Jack and that it's not supreme hate, but we are indirectly hating.
No, I ain't hating
We
on him.
agree. There, we're both saying that this dude has things that makes him great. The question on the table, which you're not really answering, but I think you agree with us, is that it is going to be hard for him to win a championship being this guy. He's never going to be that other kind of quarterback. We agree.
Yeah.
They do understand 100% how to use him. He's in the right system. I mean, they drafted him. They believed who he was when they got him, when they drafted him. So everything's built for him there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I agree with you, Dre. I don't think he wins a championship.
Like remember when you was watching that Cleveland game when they was playing Kansas City? It was like, bro, play your game. Stop playing Kansas City's game and play your game.
Right.
But the Ravens came out and they tried to play Kansas City's game. Lamar, we're gonna show what a great passer he is, throwing the ball over the place, 2 interceptions for 50 yards and 2 completions. Like, no. And then you saw the game plan switch. Read option, run the ball, run with Lamar, make them make a decision. Make that defense react to you. And they have a scheme. Roman does have a scheme. He knows how to use Lamar. But if you want to win a championship and you're going against these defenses that are going to tighten up in the postseason, his first year that who was it? San Diego, they went to a nickel. Didn't know how to do that. Next year, these defenses are going to evolve and they're going to make him throw that ball. They're going to take away Mark Andrews. He doesn't have great weapons on the outside. So you want that deep ball, bro, go ahead, take it because you're going to overshoot it every single time until you show me you can do it. Why not add that to your arsenal? He would just be so much better. I'm just saying just add more to your game and then you will win a Super Bowl. But as he is now configured, I don't think he'll win a Super Bowl. And my opinion is I don't think he'll get any better than what he is right now passing the football.
Petey
So
says, question.
That's hate. That's hate.
Petey says, so if he never develops a better arm but runs his way to a Lombardi, does that put him at the same spot as Mahomes?
At the same spot as Mahomes. No.
I'll answer that first. I'll say yes. Because they'll both have one chip. Yeah, it does put him at the same spot. I think it has to elevate him to that level for the moment because he will have to do it running the ball. Because this dude will have to do it running. So because he'll have to do it running the ball, what he'll do if he wins that, I'd imagine that those will be games where my man runs for 100-some yards, throws another 200, scores 2 touchdowns with his feet, throws for another with his arm. Like, it'll be something ridiculous. It'll be Madden style, joystick style type stuff, and he'll go all the way to Super Bowl and win one. You definitely put him on that level. Does he stay on that level if Mahomes wins another one or another one? If Mahomes wins 2 or 3, does that change the levels? Yes. To me, it does because championships for me are a big deal. But at the end of the day, if he wins one and Mahomes has one, I put him on the same level because the way he would have to do it, based on what we're saying it's dang near impossible right now. So if he did it, then he just did something that we thought was impossible. He has to deserve to be on that level.
No, because I don't want to be a traditionalist here, but he wins that championship. He's not on any trajectory to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. He'll be a guy that ran the football, caught the league off guard, and won him a championship.
Ooh.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers has won. Is he on the same pedestal as Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback? No. So I mean, is if he gets two, is he John Elway? Is he better than Dan Marino? Like, is he? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we really putting him in these
Point.
conversations
Good
just
point.
because he won a championship? No. Patrick Mahomes is a polished quarterback. He's a great quarterback, and you know he's going to win multiple championships. Do you know Lamar Jackson's going to win a championship? No. Is he going to catch somebody off guard maybe and sneak one in? It's possible. Now, you can call me a hater if you want to, but if he does win a championship, nobody's going to put him in that conversation of a top 20 quarterback of all time just because he won a chip. He did it in a different way, and you respect it, but you know, I'm not putting him in that conversation.
Okay. Perry says it's hard for anyone to win a championship, brothers. I agree. That's, but I think he's in response to PT's question, produced by PT's question. He said, "I think we've already crowned Patrick, so I don't think Lamar will ever be in the conversation with Sir Patrick." He said, "You're being a traditionalist, sir."
Me?
Produced by said, "That's fair because don't nobody ever mentions my dog Joe Flacco." Yeah, I'm glad you laughed at that one. We'll bail you for that one.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Don't nobody no Joe Flacco, no Brad Johnson, no like those one-off guys. Nobody's talking about the one-off guys. He'll be the best of the one-off guys. The way he did it, put the team on his back. Most of those one-off guys had great defenses to propel them, or a great unit to propel them. Nobody's saying that he's a scrub. I'm not saying that he's trash or nothing like that, to where he had to be carried to the championship. He will be the main piece of why they win a championship. But him having one chip is not going to put him in any status with any other quarterback, to me, that won one championship.
Okay. I gave you the bell. I'll give you another one. Good job, PD.
But he does
right.
have a ring, though. All right. You want to get through college real fast?
All right. College football. Top 25. Top
Appreciate y'all
25
as
is
always
in.
on What the Mean. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
College football is in. 2 weeks in. 2 weeks in. Some people 2 wins. Some people 3 wins. Actually, 3 weeks in. I'm sorry. Here's your top 25 of college football. Number one, Alabama sitting up at the top. Number two, UGA. Ugh. Those Bulldogs down in Georgia. 3, Oregon. 4, OU. And Iowa rounds out the top 5. Locally in the Midwest, in the Big Ten, we are in Big Ten country. We got number 5, Iowa. Number 6, Penn State, coming off of a big win at home in the whiteout game against Auburn. Also, OSU down at number 10, falling one spot this week after a tough battle with Tulsa, only to kind of blow it open late. And then you round out the bottom half of the top 25, getting into those late teens and early 20s. And you got Wisconsin, Michigan, and Michigan State at 18, 19, and 20. So college football season is off to a very interesting start. Nothing huge. I don't think there's been any huge upsets. If you just look at teams and look at people who've won, people who've lost, some people by name would say there's been some big upsets, but I think what's different is the name recognition of some of these teams and what we've been used to over the past years. Things are definitely different this year. So, for example, Clemson coming in at number 9, down 3 spots, 2-1, lost early to Georgia. Georgia shut them down. That defense down in Georgia is for real. Speed, left, right, north, south, doesn't matter. They got speed all over the place. They've always had great defenses. The question will be, can their offense win? But Clemson's down to number 9. Ohio State down to number 10. Iowa, Perry just pointed out, Iowa's ahead of OSU. That's different. Iowa right now riding high on I think 9 or 10 game win streak. Sitting at number 5. Tough team to play on the road if you ever have to go to Kinnick Stadium, especially late in the season when they go blackout on you. But Ohio State struggling. Freshman quarterback still has weapons around him, but freshman quarterback struggling to adjust to the game a little bit. And their defense is not the greatest right now. It doesn't really look too good right now. We get shout out to Notre Dame. That's Perry's team. Notre Dame struggling as well. Offensive line not very good. 3-0, but questionable in regards to is that 3-0 for real, or do you believe that it's do you believe that there's some luck in there? I guess you could say. Another team, Florida, sitting at 11, just lost to Alabama, but ran the ball down their throats. Alabama's defense also has some question marks. And then they've got a young quarterback as well, but he's a quarterback at Alabama, so it's Alabama. Oregon's probably the surprise team. A lot of people think that they are for real, so we will see. Um, Petey said, "Who is that at number 17?" That is Coastal Carolina. That's right, folks. Coastal Carolina. That's the same Coastal Carolina from a couple years ago. Yeah, that's the same one. They're kind of hanging around, man, being consistent. That's Ole Miss at 13. That's Iowa State at 14. That's BYU at 15. It's Arkansas at 16. You got a lot of teams that are in the top 25 this year that we haven't heard from in a while. And there's one team that's got a really good outside chance of getting to the playoff, and that is the Cincinnati Bearcats, coming off of a big win over the weekend. And now they go to South Bend this weekend against Notre Dame to make a statement. If they can win that game, that will definitely vault them up a little bit in that top 10 and possibly get them on Power 5 notice, because they are not a Power 5 school. They're on that they're in that kind of that second tier of the five, and the American Conference can hopefully have recognition. Perry said Notre Dame is in trouble. He's not high on his boys this year. Oh no, Notre Dame plays Wisconsin this week. That's right. I apologize. You're right. Thank you for fixing that. And the DC Marcus Freeman is on notice in South Bend. We have to let him know that Perry says that if he doesn't step some things up, there will be some paperwork being filed on for his release on his behalf. But taking a look down at the bottom, there are two schools that we care about most in this region. One we don't really care about that much at all. The other one we love, and that is Michigan and MSU. So MSU coming off of a big win in Miami. I'm not selling it as too big of a win. To me, Miami's kind of been name overrated here. Everybody's like, they're back, they're back. They really had they're better because for 2 decades I think they sucked after we were used to them being dominant in the 90s and the early 2000s. But yeah, they're back to being like respectable, but I don't know. They're still an undisciplined team, and I feel like Michigan State went down there and got things taken care of. And then Michigan is 3-0 after coming off of a huge win over Northern Illinois after opening the season with wins over Washington and Western Michigan. So, Dre, I ask you, do you believe the hype around the Wolverines right now? And it's not that it's major hype, but of course they're always the ones. Oh, they're 3-0. Oh, they're back to being that team. Harbaugh's got them back. The vibe around the program. Are you buying or selling that one?
I'm trying to think of the term. I'm a push.
You're a push. You're neither. You're gonna hold on to that stock.
I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm a push right now until some cop roll around.
So not buying more, but not selling what you have yet.
Nah, you got to watch some more. Got to see some more. I need to see Harbaugh's playbook a little more extensive to see what's happening, and then see when the comp shows up. See what happens. See what happens against Michigan State. See what happens against Ohio State. See what happens against our Big Ten guys, and then we can make a move moving forward and get the fandom going. But I gotta see. So I'm a hard push. I'm holding my chips close.
Yeah, I'm with you there. If you're a real fan and have a good understanding of this game, then you should know over the last 5 to 10 years that 3-0, 4-0 does not matter until the Big Ten season starts. So yeah, to your point, until we see Wisconsin, Michigan State, Penn State, till those types of teams come rolling through and you get that chance, then we'll know what this team is really made of. The word around the program is there's a better vibe, there's younger coaches, everybody's bought in, but that's kind of what you hear about all the time. I'm not sure yet, but hey, they're off to a good start. I was actually happy to see the Northern Illinois win from this perspective. they blew them out like they really should. You put
Right.
60 points on a team you're supposed to put 60 points on. And in years past, that just hasn't been the case. There's been these little struggles with teams that just don't match up with you with talent wise. So I thought that was a positive note outside of something like Ohio State, who struggled with Tulsa for most of the game and then finally busted it open. Those are uncomfortable games when your team is not pounding on a team it should be pounding on. So I was excited to hear about that and to see that happen. Um, that's what I'm looking forward to. But the season has not started yet in Ann
Yeah.
Arbor until you play some of these Big Ten
Still
games.
got you got Wisconsin right after this Rutgers game, and then at the end of October, Michigan State. Then you got Penn State on the 13th, and then you got Ohio State on the 27th.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
let's see. Let's get through October. And
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll
I
see
agree.
before November starts. Let's get through October and see what's going on.
So yeah, Notre Dame has Wisconsin this week, 12 o'clock start, and then the following week, October 2nd, Notre Dame has Cincinnati. So Notre Dame goes on the road to Wisconsin, then they're home for Cincinnati, and Cincinnati will definitely try to be on alert to try to see if they can get one because they might be the surprise team of the top 25 this year. Again, trying to sneak into that college football playoff. Um, Listen, man, it's still Alabama's season to lose to me. I think ultimately that's where this takes place. Can anybody dethrone Alabama? Will Georgia's offense have enough? Because they've definitely got enough defense. Oregon's from the Pac-12, and I just don't tend to have faith in those teams very often. And OU is from the Big 12, and I just don't have faith in that team in those teams either. They just
Let,
don't seem to perform well um, against the power team. So we'll see what happens.
let Petey tell it. Oregon is for real.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We will, we will see, man. I don't. A lot of these teams are just riding high with no losses, haven't lost in a while. But some of these teams just don't match up against those traditional powers. Like when that defense of Georgia gets a hold of a team like Oregon or OU,
Yeah.
can you really play with those guys?
Yeah. And also to Petey's point in the comment, he said, remember when SC, Stanford, and Texas used to be regulars in the top 25?
Yes.
Remember we had this whole conversation about the traditional teams being in the tournament, in the March Madness to try to, the traditionalists love to see these programs in there. Man, what happened to these programs? Like these programs used to be powerhouses. Man, watching a Miami game with the stadium half full is like it used to be a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? OU used to be a powerhouse. Like you didn't know that quarterback knew he wasn't gonna go to the NFL, but he was gonna play hard on, to try to win him a national championship, try to go to the Rose Bowl. SC man, Bush and Matt Leinart and those guys. Mike Williams. Yeah, those teams don't exist no more. Now Clemson's coming down. Ohio State's coming down. So who's going to step in there? It might be a smaller school, like you said. It might be a Cincinnati that goes up in there. It might be Oregon's year to go up in there. You know what I'm saying? A one-loss Georgia. They're going to get two SEC teams in there one way
Yeah.
or another.
Georgia and Florida still have to play. So
Yeah. So it's going to be very interesting to see who slides in there.
yeah, Florida State, yeah, as well. Another team that traditional power. Just and see, that's what the thing what I was saying about Miami. I agree that's a solid win for Michigan State. But if you had asked me Saturday before that game started, who would I have picked? I would have picked Michigan State because to me, everybody's waiting. If I'm a traditionalist when it comes to college football, waiting on Miami to be good again, waiting on Florida State to be good again, and the sound of what that would be like, and the pageantry of what that would be like for those proud programs to be good again. But if you got to be honest, when you look at what is top tier college football, and you look at those two programs, Miami closer right now than Florida State is. Florida State's just been squandering in just misery here for the last years. But Miami, I think it's been the hype of wanting them back so bad that I think sometimes we make it out to make them better than they are. I would have picked
Mhm.
Michigan over them this weekend. Michigan State went down there and got a win Because, like I said, I just think Miami, while they have gotten back to getting a couple of top talents down there, it's still undisciplined football. It's still not a full, complete team. And it's nice to have them, but they're not. They're just not there. They're not what they used to be.
That thing ain't what it used to be.
Nope.
All right. Appreciate, man. Appreciate the comments on the college football piece. Thank you guys so much for keeping that going. And we will check back in on the college football landscape next week. Let us know if you got any topics you want to talk about that. I will take this away, and then we can make this hard pivot over to the NFL. Talk about some of the highs and lows of the week, and then get our picks in and get up out of here. So here are the current standings for the NFL right now, other than the game tonight between my Detroit Lions and Joel's Green Bay Packers. All right, let's start in the East Division, man. We got the Bills, Miami, Patriots, Jets. I mean, Jets look bad. Wilson, he's throwing hella interceptions. But he's a rookie. I mean, he went against Bill Belichick. Yeah, that was that was expected. You know what I'm saying, for him to throw interceptions. Buffalo went down week 1, but bounced back against Miami. Miami up and down. I don't know where we're getting at this. What you seeing in the AFC East?
This is Buffalo's division to win. I don't believe in Mac Jones. Did he land in the right spot to be successful? Absolutely. That's a quarterback friendly system in New England. But that's Buffalo's division to win. Tua went down, carted off the field yesterday. So that's will be Brissett. That's his team for now, which that tells you enough right there. And so I still think this is Buffalo's division to win, with New England, of course, challenging for it because New England's got a lot more talent now. Obviously, that was one of the big stories of the offseason.
Yeah.
They did a lot of free agency, so they're super talented. Mac Jones definitely is, again, in a quarterback-friendly system. I just think that ultimately teams will get the best of him at some point. His youth will show itself. And to me, Buffalo's still the team to be in that division.
So before the season started, the New England Patriots cut Cam Newton. What was your initial thoughts of that?
Not surprised. I actually thought the statement he made about the fact that they couldn't keep him around was 100% factual. That's just too much. That was too much aura for Mac Jones to have to deal with Cam being the second guy. We could get into the vaccination scandal and all of that to it, but to be honest with you, that it's hard to get into stuff that you can't really prove. But I think there's one statement that is true, and that is 100%. There's no way he was going to be the backup on that team behind a Mac Jones. And I'm sad to say I don't know that he'll definitely surface again with another team. Not that I don't want to or think he can survive and make plays again, but I just don't think he'll. I don't think he'll surface again with another team. Maybe time to get a fade and go to TV.
Get a fade,
because they're not gonna let him. They're not gonna let him get on their network with that look.
Get a fade. Give yourself a bail, sir. Get a fade and get it on network television. You are crazy. Yeah. With his ascot and big hat. It's like, I'm sorry, Cam, we're not getting good audio. The hat's blocking.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hate, but I'm just saying that's it's possible. You know how those network guys are.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we're in the AFC North. We talked a little bit about the Ravens. They're 1-1 now after a huge win against the Chiefs. Steelers 1-1, not looking very good in that second game. Cleveland 1-1 after a bounce back loss to the Chiefs, and the Bengals 1-1 after a loss. Joe Burrow up and down. How's the AFC North looking?
Cleveland, this is for you. Hey, man, I still got my Browns, baby. Still got my Browns. Tough loss week 1. We had that. We had the defending AFC champs on the ropes for 3.5 quarters.
Yep.
And Browns luck. Fumble the ball from a guy who never fumbles. Mm-hmm. But hey, that's why you never say never. And then we drop a punt, and Uncle Mo just couldn't be stopped. Mm-hmm. I thought it was a good win. I think the defense still needs to gel. No sacks yesterday, so I'm not concerned about it. But you got 7 new starters on defense, so I'm still looking for that. Need OBJ back now that Jarvis is down with
Yep.
the sprained MCL. So I hope that OBJ can return with Jarvis being down. But Steelers look bad. Baltimore looks susceptible. You know, Baltimore looks good at one point, but then they look beatable at the other point. So I think it's going to be a battle at the top between those two. Pittsburgh, I think, lucked up. Buffalo was a laid egg week one, and they looked deficient against the Raiders. So,
Yeah.
and the Bengals are still the Bengals. Burrow's still a year or two away plus talent. They're
Yeah.
they're drafting well, so they're definitely ain't afraid to go get him some receivers. So he's got the young boys. That's exciting. But they still, from a talent perspective, have a little ways to go. So to me, this is Cleveland and Baltimore at the top. I think the AFC North can get two people in the playoffs, but I'm rooting for my Browns to go ahead and win this division this year.
Yeah. Cincinnati definitely has a nice young core with Burrow and now Chase and Boyd and Higgins and Mixon.
Yeah,
So they got a nice young core. They just need some more protection and a defense. But like I said, years down the line, that team might be nice. Pittsburgh, I feel like they're going to be on the bottom. I feel like they're going to be the worst team in this division. I feel like Cincinnati might edge them out, and I'm with you with Cleveland and the Ravens. Cleveland's defense has got to get on the same page. Like the offense is scoring points, but the defense has to do their job and stop the other people.
they can run that thing on anybody.
Yeah. Chubb
They
and
ran the
Hunt
ball
look good.
down Kansas City's throat. They can run
Yep.
that thing.
They look good. They look good offensively. Adding OBJ there just to slot that in from Landry spot works well if he's ready. But it's the defense on the Browns. The defense got to stand up. If the defense can stand up and hold these guys, especially the Ravens and the other AFC guys, they can definitely win this division hands down. AFC South, Texans, Titans, Jaguars, Colts. I mean, Carson Wentz back out with two sprained ankles. Jaguars are who we thought they were. Tennessee struggling. Houston actually got a win.
Dumpster fire division, bro. And it's sad because I remember y'all got on me about what I said about the Titans and how I had them in my and I didn't have them in my tops. And I know statistically what it was, but like that team to me, it feels like they have the same problem that they've had every year. Yes, you can run the football. Yes, King Henry can go nuts and do some stuff for you. Look at their points differential. Negative 22. This is their situation, and it's been this way. They will play you. They will try to bully you. They want to be a tough nose, you know, take after our coach type of team.
Mm-hmm.
They can't stop anybody. Like that's the thing, and I get it. You guys will run the ball, and that looks great. But if you can't stop anybody on defense, then that running game is going to be shut down just because you're going to have to throw to win games.
Yeah.
So I just, to me, it's their division to lose. None of those other three teams are any good.
No.
Tennessee should run away from this division. But I just want to point out, I got reamed for saying what I said about them. If we
Say
look,
what I said.
if we look up at the end of this season and they're 9-8, fighting for the wild card, I'm ringing some bells on some people.
Listen, 9-8 is a good record. The Lions, if we 9-8, listen. That's a good year. You understand me? I just think Tennessee peaked. They peaked. They had their run. When they got Tannehill, they had their run, and now it's over. I feel like Taylor Lewan is often injured. They lost Jonnu Smith, Tannehill safety valve.
And they got Julio.
Julio's not getting the reps he's supposed to be getting right now. So I think Tennessee's now back on the downslide. Remember, they sucked for a while.
Yep.
And they got Tannehill, and all of a sudden, like they had an upwards projection. I think they peaked. And now it's going back down. But I think going back down is what's the new? It used to be 8-8. So what is it going to be? 8-9?
9-8 or 8-9. Yep.
8-9 wins this division.
Yeah. 17 games.
Yeah, 8-9 wins this division hands down. Out west, the Raiders 2-0. Two great, spectacular games back to back. Denver Broncos. Hey, I see you Broncos fans out here in the world.
Yeah.
Denver Broncos 2-0. That defense is for real. Shout out to your number one draft pick. He out here balling. Kansas City 1-1. Chargers 1-1. Do you expect this to stay like it is?
Yeah, this to me is the toughest division in the AFC.
Mm,
Me, this is the toughest. It used to be, it would be the North because that's when Pittsburgh was that third team. But right now, AFC, this is the toughest division to win. I think the Raiders have a good chance of making noise. Remember, they beat Kansas City last year. They were one of the only teams to really push them. Then you have the Broncos, who, Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, that they got talent out there, good young core receivers, tight end, and defense is always strong. Kansas City, we know who they are, and then you got the Chargers that are trying to come on strong with Herbert. Can the Chargers be different with a new coaching staff, or can they be the same 8-9 or 9-8 team that they usually are too? But I think this is one of the hardest divisions in football. But when it comes to the AFC, I think this is the hardest division in AFC. I still like the Chiefs. To me, you still got to dethrone the Chiefs. I didn't expect them to go undefeated. Um, and then last night was a very tough game to lose. But it's hard to bet against those guys, man. And Baltimore was able to pull it out, and they'll lose again this year. But still, it's Kansas City. So the question with Kansas City will be defense. Can they
yeah,
stop people? They've never been a top tier defense. They just have guys who have a nose for the football.
true.
Pitt,
Yeah, they got the whole and the whole flip the switch thing too. Like they just there until we get to the playoffs.
right.
Like, can you just do your job and just go in and week out, win these games and get yourself prepared? Like we know Kansas City and Tampa Bay might have a rematch this year, but like you got to work towards it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? To get there. But look out for Vegas, man. I mean, they had two really solid wins. I don't see them sustaining. I like Denver's defense though, like keeping them in here. So I think this is a Kansas City Denver finish if they just play it right. I don't trust John Gruden to keep this team afloat. They might collapse. Like this is one of those things that might start off hot, and then that next graph is going to
I
be
can
like,
see
"What
it.
happened?"
Yeah, I can
They
see that.
started off 5-1, and then their last six, they're 2 and they're 2-4. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like something like that.
Yeah.
What they saying?
Leonardo says Steelers' offensive line is ugly and the D coordinator is trash too. Yeah. Perry says Tennessee will win their division by default. Solid team, nothing special. Julio had 6 for 100 plus yesterday. Tennessee will win 10 games. Watch.
10.
We'll mark that one. Let's earmark that. We'll
Okay.
bell that. Let's earmark officially, and we'll come back to that. Kobe says perfect time for the Chiefs to lose. What's up, Kobe? Welcome to the show.
Yo. All right, let's head over to the NFC. Washington 1-1, Philly 1-1, Dallas 1-1, Giants 0-2. Fitzpatrick is out for a while. Jalen Hurts and Smith looks like they're on the same page, but they lost last week or this week. Dallas finally gets on the board. Zeke ran that thing, and the Giants are the Giants.
That's my torch. Dumpster fire division of the NFC. Another. Oh God. Listen, Washington. Yes, young defense, young core. Got you. 100%. I'm with you there. Philly, young core. Gotcha. Exciting. Young guys. Devontae, Jalen Hurts. Gotcha. Cowboys, we know. Giants, horrible. Listen, guys, the Cowboys, by sheer talent and
Giants.
paperwork, should
Horrible.
win this division. All right. Just by literally what's on paper, the Cowboys should win this division. But this is going to be another 8-9, 9-8 winner or losing record year where we're going to be complaining about a losing team winning a division and getting a home game
Mm-hmm.
because these teams are not that good. I'm sorry. Taylor Hanke or Heineke or whatever
Heineke.
is your starting quarterback. And if
Heineke.
any of you in the chat right now say you believe in him, we are going to do something.
Pia.
Don't do it, okay? So I'm sorry, but this is the Cowboys division to lose, and I'm only saying that because that's what it looks like on paper. But to be honest with you, they too have a way of finding a way to make this interesting.
All right, listen, I'm gonna go on record. I'm gonna say the Eagles win this division.
Okay,
I like the Eagles. I like their young core.
we're not betting high here. I mean,
I'm not betting high, but I like the Eagles. I don't trust the Cowboys. I don't trust Washington. The Giants are just there. Number one pick next year.
fair,
Uh,
100% fair. Can't
they
argue.
hired the special teams coordinator from the Patriots, like as their head coach. Like, really? Come on now. But I like the Eagles. I watched a little bit of them. I like Hurts. Hurts has proven himself as a quality quarterback in this league. I like him and Smith's connection. Just a few more reps just to get this together. I believe Ertz might be out for next game, but you still got Goddard. You still got my man running the football. I like this team. I think this team can put up a lot of points. It's a defense that's suspect, but I feel like this team can put up some points. Keep games close, actually, and just try to pull away with his athleticism. So look for the Eagles in this division. Let's try to breeze through these because the game's getting ready to start. NFC North, we got the Bears at 1-1. Lions and Packers play today or tonight in a minute. And the Vikings at 0-2 lost a horrible game to lose. Kicker missed a 37-yard field goal, point blank. Jesus.
Man, listen, it's
Just say it.
everybody. Yeah, I'm sorry. Everybody wants to
Just
crap
say
on
it.
them because they had a horrible week, but it's easy. Boom, 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 boom. Go, Pack, go. This Packers division, bro.
Just say it.
Packers the best team in this division. They'll get a win.
Yes, they are, hands down. The Lions game, I definitely fell asleep on that. They were down like 38-3 at halftime. I went to sleep. I woke back up. They were possession away at tying. And I was like, oh, look at y'all got heart. And then fourth down, they didn't do nothing. So I was like, okay, it's just the same old Lions. But they showed a little heart. They showed a little grit. They biting kneecaps. But they have zero talent. There's no talent on this team. There's no talent on this roster. All the talent on defense is hurt. The second pick got hurt again. He's out for the season, so we never even gonna see this kid ever again. Like there's no receivers. There's no talent on this roster offensively or little defensively. But I don't trust it. I want to see more Justin Fields. Get that guy on the field. Let him play. I look forward to seeing a lot of Justin Fields, but it is the Packers division because Kirk Cousins about to lose your job. You are about to lose your job. Get this dance. NFC South. So we got Tampa Bay at 2-0, doing Tampa Bay kind of things. Carolina at 2-0. Who would have thunk? Saints at 1-1. Jameis Winston had a great game, and then he had a sucky game. Who would have thought? Right? Who would have figured that out? And then Atlanta Falcons at 0-2. Who would have thought that as well, right? So to me, this is trending in how we all thought it would be trending.
Bucks all day, baby. Bucks all day.
They look unstoppable. They look like a well-oiled machine on defense. They look like a well-oiled machine on offense.
Yeah, they look hungry. They don't look hungover from the win. That's a dangerous football team.
You got Gronk getting off. Gronk is 47 years old.
I know.
Gronk is getting off.
I know. Early in the season too, not like just hanging around. But that connection is looking good again. So that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I look for them to steamroll their division. And then the NFC West, in my personal opinion, the difficult division. This division probably get 3 teams, if not all 4 teams into the playoffs, if that's possible. 49ers at 2-0, Rams at 2-0, Cardinals at 2-0, and Seattle at 1-1. This is a toss-up to me. Like any of these teams can win this division.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I like the way the Rams look. Okay, I like Stafford looks great in his jersey, and they look good as a team. But Arizona's tough. 49ers, listen. I don't buy into the Garoppolo hype. I mean, they
do enough though. They do enough to win.
They run the ball and they defend well, right? So that's what's going to make them tough. So this division is a 100% toss up, and I'm going to go with the Rams winning it.
Okay.
Stafford's I feel like difference maker, and I just want to point out that I've told you all in here in Detroit to appreciate that man. Y'all didn't, and now he's gone. Just want to point that out. I've told y'all to appreciate that man. Stop blaming him for stuff, but all y'all did was blame him. It's all his fault. Just win a game, Stafford. Just win a game. Here he is, winning.
What they saying?
They love him in LA.
What are they saying?
Petey said, Heineken, Hakuna Matata. He don't matter. They can't do it with him. Mama, my mama's here. Hey, mama, I'm late, but I'm here. Go Brownies. That's right, Cleveland. Kobe says, Stafford look good. Way to go, Lions. James said, will the Pack cover that huge 11.5 spread over the Lions tonight? They absolutely will. You should bet that and bring some of that to work with you tomorrow. Petey said, if they stay healthy, the Rams looking like the best team in that division. James said, Kyler is balling.
Kyler is balling, bro. You missed a great Kyler debate if you weren't here.
Kyler,
hey, James, put it in the chat.
They're going to fold.
Put it in the chat, James. Who has a better career, Kyler Murray or Justin Herbert? So yeah, this division can go anyway. I look forward to all four of these teams making the playoffs, but Seattle's defense is still the same as last year. Like they're a wet paper bag. They got to figure something out. You paid Jamal Adams all this money. Y'all giving up way too many points. Like y'all got to figure out defensively. That's the only way they're going to lose out. That's the only way they're not going to make the playoffs. Their defense is horrid.
Right.
Arizona just squeaking out wins, but they're putting up 72 points, bro. They're putting up points. Like Arizona is a solid football team because they know how to use Kyler Murray. Kind of going back to that reference of Baltimore knowing how to use Lamar. I feel like they're getting that trend on knowing how to use Kyler Murray. Rams, San Francisco. I feel like this is Rams and Arizona. I feel like Rams and Arizona finished this division 1-2. 49ers at 3, Seattle at 4. But yeah, I like. Listen, Stafford. I'm glad you're in a great position. I'm glad you get to go chase a ring now. Thank you for your service here in Detroit, Matthew Stafford. I'm not going to be a hater. Not going to be a hater.
Okay.
Did you expect that out of me or no?
No, I didn't expect that out of you. You're not being a hater. I'm proud of you.
Okay.
Just pointing out you were. I quoted you in my rant there.
All right, so we know Detroit Green Bay is tonight. We're going to save that pick for last. Go ahead and skip over to week 3. And the Thursday night game is Carolina at Houston. Who you got?
Carolina 3-0.
Carolina 3-0. Washington at Buffalo.
Buffalo blowout.
Buffalo 3-0. Chicago at Cleveland.
2-1.
2-1, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they lost to Pittsburgh.
Chicago at Cleveland.
Cleveland gets a win maybe against Justin Fields back in Ohio. OH.
Baltimore. I go Cleveland too. Baltimore at Detroit.
Oh, Detroit 2 weeks in a row getting bludgeoned by the elite of the NFL.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe I'll see if I can get tickets to that game. Oh no, we have a game that day.
Golly. Indianapolis at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
All right.
Watch Tennessee lose that game. But
Tennessee, Indianapolis still has a good defense. They still have a good defense, but we don't know who's throwing the ball. But I'll pick Tennessee as well. Bolts at Kansas City.
Woo! Shootout at the OK Corral, but Kansas City gets that one at home.
See, y'all Herbert fans, it's like y'all like Justin Herbert.
Hey, man.
Y'all don't never pick him to win football games.
Man, I didn't say the man was going to go 13-3.
Y'all don't never pick him to win football games, but y'all love y'all some Justin Herbert. Come on, man. Kansas City. New Orleans at New England.
New England gets this.
Can't
trust New Orleans.
I'll go New England. Because Mac Jones versus Marshawn Lattimore.
Really?
I'm gonna go New Orleans. I'm gonna go New Orleans on this.
So what? He's gonna what's his name's gonna bounce back?
Just do enough. Don't push it. You still got Kamara. You still got a solid defense. I'm gonna go New Orleans on this one. Atlanta at New York. 2 stuffy teams. I was gonna say another word.
Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts. Come on, man, get in the end zone. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh.
Hey, I'm gonna go Cincinnati because I'm gonna ride that coattail of you saying that that Pittsburgh's going to be the worst team in the division.
Same. Arizona at Jacksonville.
Oh God, Arizona.
Arizona's going to destroy them. Jets at Denver.
Jets at Denver. Oh God, Denver.
I was about
Yeah,
to say, what you thinking about? What
yeah.
you thinking?
Hold on, my bad. I thought,
Wilson's going to throw 4 picks in this one.
yeah,
13 and all those ballers on defense. Oh yeah,
yeah.
this is going to be a horrible game for him. Miami at Vegas.
Got to go with Vegas.
Got to go with Vegas. No Tua. He got hurt. Who would have thought that? Seattle at Minnesota. I'm sorry, Tampa Bay at Los Angeles. That's a game
That's
right
gonna be
there.
a great game.
That's a game right there.
Great game.
That's the game at SoFi. That's a game.
I'm gonna go Los Angeles. Get and knock Tampa Bay off first loss of the season.
Ooh, that's a game. That's a game. I'm going Tampa. You already know. I'm going Tampa. You already. Come on now. Seattle at Minnesota.
Let's go Seattle.
I'm gonna go Minnesota on that one. I think Minnesota. I can't, but I can trust Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen against that Seattle defense.
Yes.
Green Bay at San Francisco. That's another good game. That's a good.
That's a game.
Yeah, that's another good game.
Green Bay gets 2 in a row and bounces back.
Nah, San Francisco destroys them, bro. I feel like San Francisco's defense keeps them in there, keeps them in the pocket. It's something about I don't know. This Green Bay team don't feel like it used to.
It'll feel like that way tonight.
It'll feel like that way tonight, yes. And we'll leave that Monday night game for when we together on Monday night. So we'll go back and let's talk about tonight's game very quickly. Detroit at Green Bay. Who you got?
Man, Green Bay, bro. Green Bay. I'm sorry. The Lions are not good. I don't think last week was real. I think that was a big bad egg lay, and I think that you don't want to be that team that has him next. And if he doesn't play well tonight, that man number 12, that bad man, then maybe he is point shaving. You need to watch your money for the rest of the season. Sorry, the Lions don't have enough. You get boy, don't. Oh my God, Kobe's calling it with you.
Forward down the field. It is the team that will not yield. And when the blue and silver ring. There will be an upset tonight.
Oh my God.
There will be an upset tonight. I play coy all day just to say that the Detroit Lions and Jared Goff would expose Green Bay for what they are. The Lions win tonight in a messy, dirty, disgusting game. Lions win tonight. Like 19-17. Like it's gonna be something ugly. It's gonna be an ugly score. It's gonna be an ugly game, and the Lions win tonight. Dan Campbell gets his first win as a head coach. Book it.
That's why he didn't have his hat on, ladies and gentlemen. That is it right there. It is on. It was prepared. He had it sitting right in front of the computer. Ready. Wow. Well, that game has begun. We shall see.
Give me a score.
Oh, it's 0-0. First play was...
No, your score for the game.
Oh, 2nd and 9. My score for the game tonight is 35-17 Green Bay.
35-17. Put your picks and scores in the chat while we say goodbye. Make sure you follow us on all our modes of social media at Academy Sports Show, IG, Facebook, and the YouTube, man. IG was trying to go live on that a little more, try to post on that a little more. But the YouTube is the one. The YouTube is the one. Make sure you like the YouTube, man. Follow it, follow it, follow it. Get that subscriber link up. Share it to all your friends who love sports as well, because we want you guys in the chat. We love you guys in the chat. The show's nothing without you guys in the chat. So we appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you trigger that bell. That way you get a notification every time we go live. We ain't been live in over a month, and we just pressed the button, and y'all came flooding in. We didn't even put nothing up, and we appreciate y'all for flooding us. Thank you so much. But make sure you share to get the show where it needs to be. Joel is trying to wheel Green Bay touchdown right now, so we can end the show.
Nah, the Lions just threw a bomb. The Lions just threw a bomb. A little bit of a push off there, but Lions just threw a bomb. 1st and 10, man. 46-yard reception by Quintez Cephas. Perry said if the Lions win, we know number 12 is on the beach right now. Kobe said, I'm watching the Mannings. He says 24-13 Green Bay. And James said, oh, Lord, Drayden transferred to Famo. Good luck, buddy. 35-20 Green Bay. It's nice to dream, Dre. It's nice to dream.
You got to do it every once in a while. And if they win, I'm going to come back like my man on that meme, getting into that Bentley with his fur coat, laughing real slow into the car. I'm going to come in here like that, baby. It's going to be a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day. We got to get this dub going. Come on. Forward down the field. All right. Anything else, my brother?
That is it, man. We will see how this goes, man. Y'all heard. Check us out on all our social media, man. We are back Monday, 7:00 p.m. live in living color, representing our teams, talking sports. That's the way you guys like it. Make sure you share the live feed. Make sure you let somebody know, hey, check out this show tonight. Tell a friend. Everybody tell a friend. We could double our attendance here. Start building up that audience back. We are back through the season every Monday. We'll see. That's the only day we got, so we'll be doing it. But we will see you then.
All right. On behalf of myself, Andre Douglas, Joel Williams.
Hey, appreciate everybody, man. Salute to everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. We will see you guys next week.
Thank you so much for joining us. See you next week.